Okay, so let's dive in. Today we're tackling a truly legendary name in Japanese racing, Mejiro McQueen, just a giant of the sport. Our mission here is to go through the sources you sent us, pull out the really key stuff, the surprising bits, and, get a handle on his legacy. Think of this as your shortcut to understanding this horse, his ambition, the challenges he faced, and, well, his lasting impact. It's quite a story.
Yeah, and what's really fascinating is how McQueen, who is apparently quite a quiet horse personally, he still managed to fundamentally change the game in Japanese racing history. And maybe even more interesting is how his dynasty, his influence really took hold. It wasn't straightforward, not just through his own sons initially.
Yeah.
So this deep dive is all about unraveling that journey, his racing, his legacy, the whole package.
Absolutely. And it starts, like a lot of these epic stories, with a dream, a very specific dream tied to his bloodline. He was born back in 1987 at Mejiro Farm, a huge name, obviously. And from day one, the goal was crystal clear. Stamina. He was bred to win the big one, the long one, the Tenno Sho spring. His dad was Mejiro Titan, his mom Mejiro Aurora, just bred for that distance.
Life is built, basically.
Exactly. And this wasn't just like a casual goal for the farm. It ran deep. McQueen's half-brother, Mishiro Duren, had already won the Kikuka show in the Arima Kinnin, so the farm knew how to produce stayers.
They have the track records.
For sure. But then there's this layer. The farm's president, Toekichi Kitano, apparently his deathbed wish was simple. Win the Tenno Sho with the son of Titan. Just imagine, McQueen wasn't just a horse, he was the horse meant to fulfill that wish.
Wow. Yeah, you can immediately see the weight on his shoulders right from the start. He wasn't just bred to race, he was bred to carry a legacy. The farm's biggest hope, really. So that genetic blueprint for stamina, plus this incredibly specific goal, it really set the stage for everything that followed. It gave his whole career this sense of destiny.
But destiny doesn't always mean an easy ride. And this is where it gets really interesting, because despite all that ambition, McQueen wasn't some flashy early star, not at all. The sources say he was actually a really big colt, huge frame, but with legs that were, well, fragile, kind of delicate.
Which is always a worry in racing, obviously. Needs careful handle.
Totally. And because of that, his debut was delayed. He didn't even race until the spring of his 3-year-old season. So he completely missed that early hype. All the attention back then. It was on his stablemate, Mejiro Ryan, who was much quicker to show promise.
Right, so Ryan was the star initially. McQueen was sort of in the background.
Yeah, exactly. It makes you wonder if they really knew what they had or just saw this big, slightly awkward colt. And even when he did start racing properly that autumn, he wasn't perfect, had a few hiccups. He apparently just scraped into the field for the Kikuka show, the Japanese St. Ledger. It wasn't like he dominated his way in.
Setting up the underdog narrative a bit.
Kind of. And then the turning point, the Kikuka show itself. Koichi Uchida's riding him, and boom, he just turns it on. Powers past Mejiro Ryan, the favored stablemate, and wins it.
That must have been a shock for some.
Huge. And the race caller, Kiyoshi Sugimoto, yelled out that line everyone remembers. It's Mejiro, but it's McQueen, not Ryan.
Ah, classic. That captures the moment perfectly.
Doesn't it? That was the moment he stepped out of Ryan's shadow for good.
And that win, coming against expectations, beating the stablemate, it started to build his reputation, right? It showed he had grit, resilience, and maybe hinted at that deep well of stamina he had for longer races.
Definitely. It was the first big sign of that quiet strength he became known for. Not flashy, just powerful.
And that strength really came to the fore.
Oh, yeah. Fast forward to 1991. He teams up with Yutaka Take, legendary jockey, and they win the Tenno Sho Spring. Just dominate it. Group 1 glory.
Fulfilling the dream, Kitano's wish.
Exactly. The farm's dream, 3 generations, grandfather, father, son, all winning the Tenno Sho Spring. Incredible. Almost like fate,
A storybook ending, almost.
Almost, because later that year, things got complicated. He wins the Tenno Sho Autumn, crosses the line first.
Oh, yes. The disqualification.
Right, gets disqualified, placed last for interference. A really, really hot call. People still argue about it.
Yeah, the rule was interference in the stretch.
But many felt it was minor, accidental maybe, and the penalty was just way over the top for such a big race.
It definitely added to his lore, though, didn't it? That sense of drama.
Totally.
Yeah.
But it didn't break him. Showed that resilience again. Comes back in 92, defends his Tenno Sho Spring title, and this time he beats the big young star, Tokai Taiyo. That was a proper battle.
Facing down the new challengers. And that's the mark of a true champ.
For sure. He even went for a 3rd straight Tenno Sho Spring in 93. Didn't quite get it, Rice Shower beat him, another great stayer. But he still won the Takarazuka Kinnin that year, another G1, so that made 4 Group 1 wins in total. An amazing record.
And that's how he earned that nickname, right?
Right.
Emperor of the Tenno Sho. It wasn't just the wins, it was the consistency, the dominance in those specific, tough, long races, even with setbacks like the DQ.
Yeah.
That disqualification, yeah, it was controversial, but it sort of highlighted the razor-thin margins at the top level. It became part of his story and his ability to keep seeing off new rivals like Teo and Rice Shower. It just proved his class, his stamina, year after year.
And beyond those big wins, that Emperor title, maybe the most defining thing about him was just that relentless consistency. He raced until he was 6, autumn of his 6-year-old season. That's a long career at the top. 21 starts.
Yeah, that's a lot of miles on the clock.
And get this stat, this blows my mind. He finished outside the top 2 only 3 times.
3 times in 21 starts.
Yeah. And one of those was the disqualification.
That's insane. Just absolutely rock-solid reliable.
Unbelievable, right. And he kept getting better, breaking course records late in his career. Just amazing longevity.
It paints a picture, doesn't it? Not flashy, maybe not the people's darling like Oguri Cap.
Right, not that kind of charisma. The sources call him steady, powerful, and reliable, a quiet storm.
And he took over that mantle, didn't he? After Oguri Cap retired, he became the strongest gray horse following Tomomo Cross and Oguri Cap.
He did, and he made a different kind of history, too, financially. In 1993, after he won the Kyoto Daishoten, a Group 2, he became the first horse in the world.
The first ever.
Yeah. The first ever to earn over 1 billion yen in prize money.
Wow. In 1993 money, too. That's staggering.
It really was. Showed his success, but also how big Japanese racing was becoming.
A massive milestone.
Sadly, a tendon injury ended his racing career shortly after that.
But what a career. And that consistency in such a competitive time. It says so much about him. That reliability, maybe more than flash, is what cemented his legend. Fans respected that deep down.
I think so, too.
And the prize money record, yeah, it wasn't just a number. It signaled Japanese racing really arriving on the world stage. He was part of that story.
Okay, so race career over. What about his next chapter as a sire? This is where the story takes another twist, right?
It does, yeah. Because initially, as a direct sire, it was maybe seen as a slight disappointment.
How so?
Well, he didn't actually sire a Group 1 winner himself.
Oh.
So that dream of a 4th-generation Tenno Sho winner from his direct male line, it didn't happen.
Ah, okay. So not quite the direct continuation they might have hoped for.
Right, but, and this is a huge but, his daughters. That's where his legacy exploded, as a broodmare sire.
Okay, explain that. Broodmare sire means?
He's the father of the mother of successful horses. So his daughters became amazing producers. They passed on his genes.
Gotcha. So his influence skipped a generation, in a way, but came through super strong.
Exactly, incredibly strong. His daughters produced absolute superstars. We're talking real legends of the Japanese turf.
Like who? Give us the highlights.
Okay, well, Dream Journey winner of the Arima Kinnin and Takarazuka Kinnin. Huge races.
Big ones?
Then Orfev, a Triple Crown winner in Japan, nearly won the Arc in France twice. A global name.
Orfev, of course. Wow, McQueen was his maternal grandsire.
Yep. And then maybe the most poetic one. Goldship.
Another great powerhouse. Huge fan favorite.
Exactly. And Goldship went on to win the Tenno Sho Spring in 2015.
No way.
Yeah.
Bringing it full circle, back to the race that started it all for McQueen's line.
Precisely. Just perfect, wasn't it? Plus others like Taizi Legend. His influence through his daughters is just immense, still felt today.
That's incredible. So his dynasty came true, just indirectly.
Yeah, and it really shows you how complex breeding and legacy can be in racing. It's not always predictable. His impact as a broodmare sire was arguably even bigger, more widespread, than if he'd just sired a couple of G1 winners himself.
Wow.
It meant that Mejiro Farm dream, Kitano's wish, it was fulfilled.
Yeah.
Just in a different, maybe even grander way, his quality spread further.
Okay, let's try and wrap this up then. Let's unpack Mejiro McQueen one last time. His story is just phenomenal. Started as the hope of a farm, that specific dream, overcame fragility, being overshadowed, became this unbelievably consistent, record-breaking emperor of the long distances.
Yeah.
Not flashy, but just pure, quiet power and reliability, an icon of class.
He really was. And what's fascinating, I think, is that he stands as this testament to lineage, but also to resilience and to that indirect influence, how greatness can echo down through generations in unexpected ways. And it makes you wonder, doesn't it? How often do we overlook the quiet ones? The consistent forces that maybe aren't seeking the spotlight,
Okay.
but are actually laying the foundation for everything that comes after. Building the groundwork for others' success.
That's a great point.
Think about how legacies, like McQueen's, aren't always about just your own big wins. Sometimes it's about the strength you pass on, the quality that enables others to reach heights maybe even you didn't. That enduring influence.
Yeah.
It's powerful stuff.
Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more. Check out our other videos for more stories you might enjoy.